Hello, good afternoon. I'm gonna wait a few moments for people to join me. But in the meantime, if you join the replay, if you watch me later, I'm Ashka Colton, the Get Ready for Love mentor, and I work with smart and successful single women who are frustrated with dating and are struggling to attract the right kind of guy. And I help them to reconnect with themselves, start to love and value themselves, and as a result of this work, they step up in love, they start attracting different guys, they stop making the same mistakes in love, and they make more empowered romantic choices, which help them attract true love that lasts. And as you may guess, there's a personal story behind my business. I do what I do because I was struggling to find the right kind of man for about 10 years. I was stuck on a dating treadmill. I managed to go on 110 online dates and be still single. And that was my wake-up call. And I decided no more dating. It's time to go within and reconnect with myself and focus on the relationship with myself. So I did so much on my dating detox, and I stepped into my power. I became more confident. I strengthened my boundaries. I started to feel more worthy. And after my dating detox, I found love effortlessly. And now I've been with my partner for about 4 years, and we are expecting the second baby. And today I want to talk about the power you hold, because I see it over and over again, how single women give their power away in dating. And I was a classic example of that too. That's why I was probably stuck on the dating treadmill for so many years, because I didn't know how to claim my power in dating. I didn't know how to show up powerfully in dating, and I didn't know how to show up so the right kind of man noticed me. And hello Sharon, how are you doing? And hello Magdalena, thanks for watching. And it took me a long time to realize that it was about me and my energy and how I felt about myself, which attracted all these losers in my dating career, all these jerks and commitment phobes and players and men who are not ready for a long-term relationship. My pattern was like, I kept attracting guys who didn't want to commit, who just wanted to have fun, who were not serious about relationships. They just wanted to be here and now and, have fun and do things together, but without further commitment, without taking responsibility for the relationship. And for many years I was putting up with it. I was putting up with it because I didn't believe I deserved anything better. I didn't believe that I was worthy of love, the love I wanted to really find. And I didn't want to confront them because I think intuitively I knew if I confronted them I would have lost them, and that happened a few times as well. But I think this is also partly stepping into your power, confronting men who are not stepping up to the plate. And the confrontation doesn't need to be dramatic or aggressive or anything like it. You just state what you want, you just state what you're looking for. And if the man notices your value, and in this opportunity he notices that, okay, it's time for me to actually take this woman seriously because she talks sense and she's got boundaries and that's kind of sexy, two things can happen. A man can completely change his tune and step up to the plane and suddenly pursue you and want to have a relationship with you, or the opposite can happen. He can just disappear and, say he's not interested in that. And that's fine, because either way, you help him and help yourself to eliminate the guys who can't give you what you want, and draw the guys who actually are interested in you and can value you, and for whom you will be enough and perfect, and they will just want to love you. So that's one of the ways you can claim your power back. But I've got a list, and I'll be looking, because I just had a nap, as I do. And I woke up and I was like, Jesus, I need to do a live. I haven't done a live in a few days or weeks, and I really wanted to talk about it. So I just jotted down a few notes, and I'm going to be looking at my notebook. So the most important thing in dating to be successful and to start attracting the right kind of guy are your boundaries. When you have weak boundaries, you'll be attracting losers, or you'll be attracting people who are not interested in you in a romantic sense, and who won't like anything long term with you, who won't like to take responsibility for the relationship with you, because you will be an easy target. And there'll be many men who will probably want to use you and walk all over you, because if you don't have the boundaries, this is what happens. You don't stand in your power, and men can do whatever they want with you because you put up with it. So strengthening your boundaries is the best way to attract the right kind of guys, because I believe our boundaries communicate our value, because by having strong boundaries, you say to the guys, I know who I am, I know what I want, I respect myself, and I want the same back. And if you can't give me that, I'm gone, because you are not the right man for me. So, hello Rupa, how are you doing, darling? So that's why it is so powerful to have boundaries in place, the strong and the healthy boundaries in place. So you need to know your non-negotiables. You need to know what you are not willing to put up with. You need to know what you are not willing to compromise on, again, based on your past mistakes. And by showing up as a woman with strong boundaries, you're showing up as the most attractive woman ever, because I know how the boundaries changed my dating. Like, for a long time, I didn't even know what boundaries meant. I didn't have a clue what my non-negotiables were. I just wanted to be in a relationship, and I would put up with any crap from men just to be in a relationship. Which meant I had no boundaries, because I thought I needed to be this good girl, you know, please my man, and always say yes, and that's a total myth, and that is not attractive, by the way. So you need to have balls, you need to say no, you need to stop putting up with crap from men, and be vocal about it, be outspoken about it, and then you will be attracting men who can appreciate this quality in you. And the men who can't, they'll be afraid, they'll be scared, and they'll be just gone. So they won't even bother you. So you're also giving yourself a chance of meeting the right guys, and also you reduce the amount of guys who are not really serious about dating. So there'll be less time wasters, less men who don't want what you want and who can't give you what you really want to find in love. So strengthening your boundaries. Start saying no more often. Start saying no to the guys who don't give you what you want, who don't show up in dating the way you want them to show up, who don't treat you the way you want to be treated. So saying no is partly about establishing your boundaries, right? And so to give you a few examples, when I strengthened my boundaries, I started to say no to last minute dates, even though it was a little bit against my nature, because I like spontaneity, and for me it was fun when the guy just contacted me out of the blue, and in the morning he asked me, what you doing tonight, let's meet. It was just a quick hookup, and it took me a while to actually understand that when men do that, they already show you that they don't have respect for you. So I started to say no to this kind of invites, and I had a rule that, you know, if you want to meet me, you have to give me a few day notice. Then I started to also fill my life with all sorts of other commitments, passions and friends. And I stopped sitting at home and waiting for a guy to ask me, or just obsessing about dating online and spending my every minute online because I so desperately wanted to be asked out on the weekend. So the dynamic of my life changed, and my life and my priorities and my commitments became more important to me than dating and finding a relationship. And that became healthy because I became more selective. And that's another thing you can do to claim your power back and step into your power. Be more selective in dating. There are plenty of guys online, and to stop wasting time and to stop attracting the guys who are not good and not right for you, you need to become more selective and picky, which means in practice that you'll be probably seeing less people, but you will be meeting high quality people. Because you will do the screening before, you will get to speak on the phone before, you will listen to your intuition, hopefully, which is your best friend in dating, because you know, in your gut instinct, you always know whether you want to see the guy, whether that it's worth it, whether he's the right person for you, whether you're gonna have a fun evening with him, because you don't want to go on a date and waste the whole evening, right? It happened to me many times. But after my dating detox, after I strengthened my boundaries, and after I became more selective and more intentional in dating, I actually didn't have a date which wasn't fun. And I actually started to attract high quality guys who are looking for a marriage, who are looking for committed relationships, who wanted to have kids, who were ready to fall in love. They were looking just for the right woman. So that proves that if you work on yourself, and if you change your boundaries, and if you do the inner work, which is the foundation work you need to have in place before you even start dating, you will be attracting different guys, because they will be responding to your energy. And I truly believe and deeply believe that we attract energetically, we attract vibrationally. So whatever you are sending out there gets you someone who is on the same energy level. So for example, if your energy is low, and if you don't believe in yourself, you don't feel worthy, you have weak boundaries, you don't love yourself, you're not picky, you just will go out with anybody, that's low energy, you will be attracting guys who will respond to that. Which means they probably don't love themselves as well. They don't respect their time and your time. They don't even look for love. They are not even looking for love at this very moment. And they won't give you what you're looking for if what you're looking for is a committed relationship with a guy who is thinking long term, who wants to find a woman for the rest of his life, right? But if you step up and if you step into your power, and you strengthen your boundaries, and you start feeling worthy, and you love and respect yourself, your time and your energy, and you have strong boundaries, and you become more selective, that is a completely different energy you'll be sending out there, and completely different men will be responding to it. So that's why it is so important to do the inner work and to step into your power and change these few things I'm talking about. There's more, and I also, towards the end of this live, I also want to invite you to my 10-day accelerated training, Step Up in Love, which is all about changing your energy and how you feel about yourself and how you show up in dating, which will assist you in making more empowered romantic choices, eliminating jerks and commitment phobes, and start to attract high quality guys. So stay till the end, because I'm going to say a few words about it. So when you change your energy, you start attracting different guys. And this is what we want, right? You want to be attracting people who are on the same wavelength as you, who want the same things as you, and who are looking for the same things as you, right? Because otherwise you'll be wasting time and you'll be stuck dating for years, and then you get disappointed, disillusioned, and eventually you probably give up on love like I did. So strengthen your boundaries, start saying no, make more empowered romantic choices. And what do I mean by empowered? Your romantic choices need to come from a place of worthiness, from a place where you know what you deserve in love, and you know what you're looking for, and you are not willing to compromise just to be in a relationship, and you are determined to find it. That is something which feels really empowered to me. Not, oh, I want to be in a relationship, so I'll be with this guy because he keeps calling me and he keeps asking me out, even though I'm not really excited about it and there's no spark and no chemistry. I hear it over and over again from women, and it's like, why would you waste even 2-3 dates or a few months, sometimes it's much longer, to keep convincing yourself that the guy might be right or acceptable or tolerable, if that is not going to last for a long time? Because at some point you have to face the truth that he's not giving you what you want, he's not as exciting, he's not as stimulating or inspiring, and it will come to an end. And it usually does come to an end, unless you are, I don't know, willing to keep convincing yourself for another 10 years just to keep the relationship going. It is not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to go on a date and you're supposed to come back from a date and feel like, wow, that was an interesting evening. You know, and I'm not saying that every time you meet the love of your life there will be fireworks and you'll be like absolutely taken aback by the person, because I didn't feel like that after my first date with my partner, but I felt a very strong connection and I felt very comfortable with him from the get-go. And for me that was a sign, I hardly ever feel this way on the first date. There's always something, oh, don't say that, edit yourself, don't be fully yourself because you might scare them away. So that was the feeling I had on my dates. But with my partner, I didn't feel it. I felt like he just opened his energy to me, and because of that I could open myself up, and that was the biggest sign that I found someone I connected with. And I feel absolutely like that in my relationship. I can be the silliest person, the grumpiest person, the nastiest, maybe no, but sleep deprivation has pushed me to different places where I have become someone I didn't know, and my partner puts up with it. So thanks to him, our relationship is probably still going, because he's very acceptable and he doesn't make drama out of things, and he takes one thing at a time, and he's just the perfect right person for me. And you need to find that person too, and you need to know he is that person, rather than spend years convincing yourself that he might become that person or working on him to change him. That is another pattern I see amongst women. They are with the wrong guy, but they'll be doing everything to make him become the right person for them. And we are not in relationships to change people. We are in relationships to accept people as they are. And when you meet the person who's right for you, it will be just much easier, because working on changing the other person is very difficult. We can't do it. We don't have that much control. You can only change yourself. So when you date, please follow your intuition and follow your body feelings as well. Your body will be communicating with you as well, how you felt on the date and how you feel after the date. Are these good feelings? If the feelings are not good, that's a sign that the person is probably not right for you. So, another one, stop putting up with men's crap. You know, when men play with you, when they are not consistent, when they start manipulating, when they are not showing up the way you want them to show up. Stop wasting your time on men like that. Because if the man really cares for you, he will move the fucking mountains, because he will really want to be with you. And you will need to manipulate him or remind him about you. For example, I don't know, you meet the guy and the guy disappears and you really liked him and you would like him to come back. If he doesn't come back, that's a sign to you. He's not that interested. He's not that into you, and you move on. You don't send him texts, you don't call him just to remind him about yourself, because the intention is not there. He made his mind up and he made his decision. Stop. Another one, stop accommodating, justifying and compromising. We do too much of it. When you are with the right man, you won't need to accommodate him. You won't need to justify him. You won't need to do or make serious compromises just to keep it going, because it will be a natural union of the two energies and you are just meet in the middle, and the guy will be stepping up, the guy will be doing all the right things to keep you, to get to know you, to get closer to you. You just have to let him. You just have to show up, enjoy the process, and be yourself. Stop giving men too many chances. That's another thing which I personally don't agree with. I don't actually believe in second chances. If you split up, you usually split up for a reason, and the reason doesn't go away. And if you give chances, you're essentially wasting more of your time on the wrong guy. So be more stricter. When you know there's a serious reason to split up and the breakup happens, stick to your guns and stick to your decision. It's difficult at the beginning, but with time it becomes easier. Then you detach emotionally from the guy and you are ready to meet the right one. And the last one is become more selective, and I've spoken about it. You need to know what you want, and you need to know who you want to be with. And when you are dating, you need to go for these qualities, because otherwise you will be resentful in a relationship, because you won't be getting what you are looking for. So these are all my points. There's probably more, but if you apply these few tips, your dating will change. And your love life will change, because when I started to follow these suggestions, I started to attract different guys, and within 3 months or 4 months after my dating detox, I found love effortlessly. It wasn't like I was even doing a lot to find it. Yes, I dated, but sporadically, and only guys I chose very carefully, because I didn't want to waste more of my time, because I had wasted so much. That was enough. So I became very intentional, and by applying all these things, you also become very intentional. And if you want to step up, and if you want to step into your power, and if you want to show up as the high quality woman you are in dating, so you start attracting the right kind of guys, the guys who are really into relationships and they want to find the love of their lives, I want to invite you to my 10-day online training. And it's only 10 days because I wanted to create a very quick experience for women, and I'm sharing the best of my work during this training. There will be 7 audios, 7 lessons with the exercises, so you will have to be working every day. There will be 2 days for implementation, and the last day is a live session with me. And when you show up, you can ask your questions. You can ask your questions in advance, and I'll answer all the questions, and we can do some coaching, and I'll share some final tips with you. So it's only 10 days, and in 10 days you can literally become a new woman. You can completely change your energy and how you feel about yourself. And it's essentially, it's not a dating course, because I'm not even that bothered with dating, because when you change yourself from the inside out, when you put the foundation in place, you will date differently too, and you'll be more effective at it. So we'll focus on your past mistakes and learning from your past mistakes, so you don't repeat the same mistakes again in the future, and you start making more empowered romantic choices. There's a module on self-love, because when you start loving yourself, you also change your energy and you show up differently in dating. We will be also focusing on how to feel worthy, because when you don't feel worthy, you will be aiming too low in dating. And there's much more, and I'm gonna post the whole description below this live, so you can read more about the course. The offer is a no-brainer. It's only £300 till the end of this week. In a few days' time, the price is going up. And you have access to me for 10 days. You can ask any questions in the Facebook group. So you'll be sharing the journey with some other women on the same path. And you can basically give yourself a chance to change the course of your love life. Because after this course, you won't be the same woman. Because we are addressing everything, including boundaries and raising your standards and unleashing the high quality woman you are. And doing the work on who you need to become to be the woman who easily attracts the love of your life. Like, I did that work, and I think it's the most powerful thing you can do to yourself. It's not about creating lists of who do I want to be, what my guy should possess. It's about you stepping up and changing your energy, and then the guys will be responding to it. So the course, in my opinion, is magical. It's the work of my life. It's the work which changed my my dating and my love life completely. And if you are ready for that change, and if you are ready for the work you need to do, it's only 10 days. It's very intense, but it's only 10 days. And I want you to feel absolutely different as a woman after the 10-day journey with me. So please PM me or check the details under the live. And I really need to dash because I need to go and pick up my boy from the nursery. So if you have any questions, PM me. If you have any questions, you can also post them below the live, and I'll be very happy to answer and assist you and tell you more about this Step Up in Love training. So thank you everybody for watching. I feel like I'm out of breath. I've been talking so much and so quickly, but that's also related to my pregnancy and my low iron level. So sorry for making huffing and puffing noises. But here I am, 8 weeks before I pop. So keep well, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I shall be with you with another live maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow. Keep well, and reach out to me personally if you want to know more about the course, and I'll tell you all the details. Keep well. Plus, this is the last opportunity to work with me, as I'm giving birth in January. I won't be working one-to-one definitely for a few months in 2019. It will be all about the baby, breastfeeding, and managing sleep deprivation. Hey, I'm so excited about it. Not. And so this is the last opportunity to work kind of one-to-one with me, with my assistants, and later on I'll be focusing on selling my self-study courses probably for a while. So thank you very much for watching. Hey Jen, hey Sue, how are you all, ladies? So many people are joining now. Hello Beata, I haven't seen you in a while. And let me know if you have any questions about this live and the things I've been sharing. I hope some of the things resonated with you and you are going to make some changes in your dating and see different results. Keep well, everybody. I'm dashing. Ciao.